1, 2, 3, 4. It's today. It's May the 4th. I don't know where I was going with that. Happy May the 4th be with you day, everyone.
May the fourth be with you. May the
And
fourth be with
May the
you.
4th be with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
This, unlike the galaxy far, far away, this sports show is not all made on the balance of the life force, but it's made off of alcohol and coffee and three hardworking men who commit endless hours and energy into this business. But while we're still on that Star Wars note, let's play a little clip we have here in honor of baseball and Star Wars. And I just realized I'm probably not loud enough, so let me get a little louder. Here we go.
Oh, booyah. Booyah. That's so sick. And they say the best for last. Yup. Well, Mike Trout. I thought he was last. Never mind. Yeah, you want Soto.
I like how
Juan Soto's pretty good though.
I like how they, in the same clip that they show the lightsaber destroying, or hitting the bat or hitting the ball, it then turn into a bat. The MLB editors didn't cover it all, but
Get it together.
But also, wouldn't the ball just be obliterated? I mean, unless they force pushed the ball out of there and it looked like they hit it, but they didn't really hit it. I mean,
Baseball players would be secret Jedis then, if that were the case.
These are the questions. These are the questions no one's asking, right?
Except for Asa right here on the AJ Sports Show, baby.
It would have been cool if they kept it going, because that maybe they include like a homer with a bat flip and then they flip the lightsaber.
Right.
They should have kept it going. That'd have been cool.
So what are you guys drinking?
We got this like sparkling lemonade from Trader Joe's, and just some tequila. So
Nice.
it's like a triple berry lemonade. It's pretty good.
And I'm about to be all I don't know. Extra. I'm gonna put a shot of UV cake into my iced coffeeado.
Bro, we had coffee the other day from the most spectacular little grindhouse in Santa Ana, right? Y'all Santa Ana over there at Gawali Grinds. Elizabeth, shout out Lord Lizzie.
Way off La Habra.
La Habra, my bad. The best. It's amazing. It's the best.
I will agree that Gawali Grinds does have the most phenomenal cup of coffee I've ever had.
So I think this is a salted mocha, and
Great way to go.
That birthday cake is fucking fantastic.
It goes right in it, dude. I was telling you guys before we started hopping on. UV used to be like the high school drink, bro. Like we used to drink that shit back in high school, and it's crazy.
Hashtag it is AJA Sports After Dark. So I don't know why I said the hashtag. Whatever.
Everything has a hashtag.
We're not incriminating ourselves here. High school was a long time ago. This guy's 57 years old now. I mean, you wouldn't know. He holds himself really well, but
Thank you for a 57-year-old. Thank you. I feel like a 57-year-old sometimes. Joint.
We hope we get a couple people in today, but if we don't, we will soldier on, have some fun talking about baseball and maybe some Star Wars, because it's May the 4th, y'all. And,
Steer it towards Star Wars.
Disney let everybody know today that their new hotel in Walt Disney World will be opening up next year. They have released the
Give it to him, Ace.
released the video of the new
Yep.
lightsaber that will be coming. I don't know, so when I saw that, I was wondering, is it only going to be available to certain places, or I don't know,
I think you have to be on the Galactic Star Cruiser.
you have to be okay. That's what
I think so. I mean, I don't know why they would do it in a promo for the Galactic Star Cruiser if it was just going to be available at Savi's. If it's available at Savi's, we gotta
Right.
go.
So we're just sharing a couple things here, but let's share this.
Oh yes, it comes out of the hilt.
Damn.
Take all the money. Take all of it. You can have all of the money. All of it. Look at that. It comes out of the hilt.
We're using that content purely to get your reactions and ours too.
Reaction. We're reacting.
I don't know if I didn't make that clear enough to for the first first lightsaber clip, but we're excited. We'll see. If we get flagged for unfair, unnecessary roughness or contact.
We'll fight the power.
I wonder how they're gonna like fit it in there, like, cause with the other ones that like retract out that are they're they're all different sizes. That one looks like it's like a solid size. I wonder how that's gonna work. That'll be interesting to find out.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was like could have been like tapered down possibly. I don't know.
Yeah,
it didn't look like it was. So
yeah, they had some patent stuff that came out that like made it sound like it's gonna like roll into it, and then there's gonna be like LED lights on the inside, and then when it rolls out, it'll roll out in two pieces that connect into like one full thing like seamlessly. I couldn't even tell you, but that's what it looked like on the patent picture that I found.
I am going to show you another photo that I have here too, so just give me one sec.
I think we're all going to get one.
Oh, I think I certainly have to get one now.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I heard.
Yeah, as you were speaking about these patents here, let me show a couple of pictures that I pulled from Twitter that I saw a little while ago.
Yep, there you go.
So, I mean, there's these gears here. It looks like, these are meant to kind of roll out the blade. And then there is another one.
I wonder if it's gonna run. I can't imagine it runs on AAA batteries like the ones from Savi's workshop do, right?
No, I think it's connected to, or at least the patents that I saw, were connected to like a trigger point that was like a little separate of the hilt, but maybe they consolidated that down and made it functional just to hold. But I mean, it sure does look pretty cool. Okay, here we go.
It looks unbelievable.
Let me. We're just good. We're starting it off.
Yeah,
right.
This is what we're doing today, baby. This is what we're doing today. Asa, did you tell them that we got 2 things of coaxium the other day? 2 of them. We balling like that.
True story.
Getting no 1 coaxium.
Tell us in the comments. Tell us in the comments if you've even gotten one. I guess.
We were.
Everybody gets one, but
Ace, though, we were balling, bro. If we had another gunner and another engineer, it was game over, bro. We were right behind the train. Okay, we were getting like 3 that day. We were on fuego.
We were killing it for sure.
Yeah.
Communication was outstanding.
Oh, it was perfect. Absolutely.
So it's interesting, like these pictures here. I mean, I don't 100% know what every one of them entails, but I mean, if this is the hilt, where is this lightsaber, part coming out of? It's just it's gonna probably be like fantastic to witness in real life. But
it's like the wound up part, like the part that's like wound up like a chain. That's the lightsaber pieces from what it sounds like. That's wild. I know Josh tomorrow, he pulled it out a couple weeks ago and no one got video on it or anything. I don't know how that happened, but no one got a picture, nothing of it. And apparently he looked pretty badass doing it. So I want one.
They do town halls, or
yeah.
I don't know if it's town halls, but with, like
knows.
the theme park reporters, and then they, I think Josh tells them you can't record this part or stop recording, because a lot of the times, because now they're at home, I think they'll like record their screens as they're recording and whatnot, just to make sure that they don't miss anything. So he was like, You ain't gonna get your credentials. You ain't gonna come back to report on this theme park.
Oh, you'll be done, baby. You'll be done. Wash from the biz if you don't have Disney down here in SoCal.
Right. Disney knows how to take care of its IP for sure.
Do you guys? So I think Andrew. I know Andrew's favorite Star Wars character. I don't really know if I know yours. Ace, do you have like a favorite Star Wars character?
I do.
Okay.
Can Andrew share his first?
Absolutely.
And then,
So
and then actually, I'll save mine for last. Everybody share their favorite Star Wars character real quick.
Okay. Mine's a little conflicting because when I went to Savi's, I did get a purple kyber crystal, but I just like the color purple. But my favorite character is Obi-Wan. It just always has been. I saw the first like 3, and then I was like, oh, who's this old man? And then like when I saw him in the prequels, I was like, yeah, I just kind of like what he's about and what he does, and yeah. So Obi-Wan.
Nice.
So prequel Obi-Wan, and then Boba Fett was kind of like adopted to you as like a character of interest to you. Isn't that correct?
That's true. Yes, I do. I have a Boba Fett figurine. I got Oh, his cape fell off of my keychain the other day. I have a keychain on my car set, and it fell off, and I think the kids might have gotten to it.
Oh.
Big bummer on that one. Actually, I have a Boba Fett wallpaper on my Apple Watch, so there you go. That shows my fandom right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Where is it? It's right there.
Yeah, we can see. I mean, if anybody's watching this in a 1080 p HD, they for sure saw it. If you're watching it in that 240 though. So my favorite is Yoda. Right off.
I thought Yoda.
Yeah, I love Yoda. If I had a second, like a close second, it's Ahsoka Tano. Like, just because I love her from like the cartoons, the anime. You are not canceled if you've never seen Star Wars. It just means you have a little catching up to do.
Egregious.
If you want to hang out with some of the the people that enjoy Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is it's a good storytelling across like the 6 movies. It's interesting if you haven't seen it to watch it from like the point of view of like the story, and the story fits best not 1 2 3 4 5 6, not 4 5 6 1 2 3. There's a weird fan way to watch it, where you watch 4 5. I think you skip 1, watch 2 3, but watch 1 anyways, and then you do 4 5 1 2 3, and then you watch 6, because there's like some awesome spoilers in between it all. But really where I think Star Wars kind of shines the best is in some of the Mandalorian kicked ass. Like, it was such a good good series on Disney Plus, but some of the small shows that have come out of Star Wars have actually done like extremely well, and they're like super fun to watch. Oh my God, Lord Lizzie is late to the show. Hi guys, what's up, Elizabeth? No worries.
Hi, Lizzie.
What up, Elizabeth?
Never late.
But yeah,
Bad Batch came out today, episode 1.
Yeah, Bad Batch is for Amanda, it's based on I don't even know if I can get into this without.
Yeah, we have to explain a lot here.
It's an animated show, but it's good. It's supposed to be
animated show on Disney Plus, talking about a bad batch, like a bad group of these dudes. But yeah, should be dope. Should be pretty dope. Okay, so baseball. It's pretty early in the season.
Wait! My favorite character is Han Solo.
Sorry. Yoda, Han Solo, Obi-Wan Kenobi. We got a pretty good team right here.
Mm-hmm.
We got an outlaw. Yeah. We got a pretty dope Jedi. I'm the dope Jedi. Andrew, you're the
the mentor, almost, kind of like, I don't even know. Yeah. What would you call it if you're
and Obi-Wan are both kind of in that like same wavelength. But I think I'm older, so I get away with more.
Well,
did you put Yoda down already?
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I mean, I'd get more, but I'd have to get up. That was good.
Andrew, what you hit into like a club after this, man? What are you like trying to pregame?
Pre-gaming, baby. I mean,
out here in Jamaica, yep, getting to the clubs. I'm going to.
If anybody wants a good time, Andrew apparently knows how to take care of a glass of alcohol as well.
No. Do not bother me. I do not like people. Do not bother me. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, you're totally kidding.
Anyway, I was gonna say about Yoda though. Yoda could just be the Jedi, and then like maybe Obi-Wan could be a dope Jedi, or like a Jedi Master. But, no, Yoda's the Jedi Master. Technically, right?
But technically, Obi-Wan is us also. So
yeah, they both are. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. We can both be two kids on the same block. We can be. Mm-hmm. Two berries off of the same branch, however you want to look at it. Two olives off of the same branch. Because there we go. We're Arabic, right? We're Mediterranean. pick off that olive and taste its salty goodness. I don't know where we're going with this. You guys wanted to talk about Star Wars and
I love talking about Star Wars. It's very
Johnny wanted to.
I'm the one that thought it would be a good idea for us to drink and go on live. Actually, it probably is a pretty good idea.
Not a
I
bad
mean,
combo.
it's Star Wars stuff. Who doesn't want to hear Star Wars stuff? I don't know anyone doesn't want to.
Amanda, when you go to like, I think in our past episodes you've said you like Disney, but like don't know the parks and all that super well. Do you know like some of the characters from Star Wars, and like if you're in the park and you see Darth Vader walking by, or do you know who that guy is, and or do you just not care and just keep walking on your way to, you know?
Oh, everyone knows who Darth Vader is, and that's Lord Lizzie's favorite character.
She likes the sympathetic like very sad story of how his his life
man.
went. Which let's be spoiler free for Amanda if she ever does actually end up watching the Star Wars shows.
I mean, the guy okay. I'm saying.
And even if Amanda tells us not to talk, it's okay to say spoilers. We're not going to say spoilers, okay? Because
it came out a long time ago.
Hey. The reveal, like the moment that you find out who is who and so's so and what is what. It's a pretty cool moment.
The coolest moment.
The coolest moment.
I'm such a nerd.
That was very vague. There's like maybe like 5 or 6 of those incidents in Star Wars.
I'm not gonna do it, Amanda. I'm not gonna do it. We're
good that we're keeping it spoiler free.
I think they just don't want to hear me go on for another 45 minutes about Star Wars.
Actually, Amanda didn't say go ahead, tell me spoilers. She said just go ahead. She just wants us to go on ahead with the show
and talk about some baseball.
Yeah, so as I was kind of trying to transition but didn't do a good job of doing so, the baseball season has started. Yay! Kids applause. We don't know much of how the season's going to play out, except a couple of things, and we're going to talk about those couple of things. On today's show, we're going to talk about the players of the month for April. We're going to talk about some injuries. We're going to talk about Mike Trout's legacy in the realm of baseball. What I do know though is, so we've ranted on the show about MLB umpires sucking. That hasn't changed. We're not gonna, if anything crazy happens down the line, we can revisit that. But what the point I'm trying to get at is injuries, man. There's like when I was going down the MLB website like the last couple of days, hits the injured list, out at unspecified amount of time, out for a couple of days. So injuries are kind of like just running amok here, and I don't know if it's because players are transitioning from last season, which was kind of a the 60 game layout was just rough on them, but some notable guys. Kristen Yelich from Milwaukee just returned from the injured list, only to go back on it again, I believe today. So
Jeez.
He was out for like three weeks, I think. Came back one game, out again. So I think whatever problem he has still wasn't addressed. Luis Robert, this nice young outfielder out of Chicago, the White Sox, that is I think done for pretty much the whole season. He tore his hip flexor, like a hip flexor strain, which I guess tore completely. So he's done like 3 to 4 months. Dustin May of the Dodgers out for 12 to 14 months because he'll have Tommy John surgery. That also, he's the second guy. James Paxton, I think, from the Seattle Mariners, was the first guy to go down with Tommy John surgery. We usually get a couple of Tommy John guys every year, but it still does suck when we lose young pitchers. Jake DeGrom, when he was 23, I think, had to have Tommy John surgery, and then obviously he's come back and he's pitching well. So hopefully the same goes for Dustin May. I have a couple other names here: Jake Arrieta, Hyunjin Ryu. Also on the injured list, Jesus Luzardo. I don't know if you saw this little blurb. Freaking annoying, but he was playing video games, and it reminded me of my guys over here and myself when we used to play video games back in the day, and we get so frustrated, throw down the PlayStation 2 controller onto the ground, or just hit each other or whatever we had to do to get aggression out. But this Jesus Luzardo guy, I think he was supposed to pitch the next day. I don't know what game he was playing, but he slammed his hand down on his desk or table or whatever, and he fractured one of his fingers. So he's
ouch.
He hit the injured list. A couple of other guys.
Reason ever.
Yeah, a couple of other guys are out for a couple of days. Are Jacob deGrom, as I just mentioned, Ohtani of the Angels, Anthony Rendon of the Angels, Bryce Harper of the Phillies, and George Springer of the Toronto Blue Jays is potentially missing a game or two because he was on the injured list, just came back, but he's feeling a little fatigued. The one guy, well, I don't want to talk about Angels all day here, but we're going to talk about Mike Trout, obviously. But Ohtani, dude, Joe Maddon still wants to get this guy out there. He wants him to hit and pitch in the same day. Like, isn't that ridiculous? Like, I know we talked about it last show 2 weeks ago. Like this whole, if we were on board with the pitcher and the hitter, but like this guy literally just missed a couple of days because he got hit with the pitch. So,
dude,
I think
just let him hit. He's balling. I mean. Yeah, he's batting 272. He's got 9 homers, which is tied for first in the MLB, and he's got 22 RBIs, which is tied for fifth. Yes. No, it was with you're talking about the one with the Mets and Phillies, right? With Andrew McCutchen? Yeah. I couldn't tell you.
Was it that one?
I think so. Dude, he started. Yeah. It was the Phillies. It was the Phillies and the Mets, man. I think that's the one you're talking about.
She
with
said no.
McCutchen.
She said no.
No Reds?
Well,
out of the base, yeah, I saw the one with
remember.
McCutchen where they called him out of the baseline when he started running right at the same spot where he kind of leaned left a little bit to avoid being tagged, but was not he didn't change his course. One. Yeah, absolutely. I thought she was at all.
I thought you were talking about the one from I can't remember what the teams that it was, but they called a runner safe at first because I can't remember who it was. The pitcher got a ground ball down first base line and just underhand tossed it to the first baseman, and they called the runner safe because they said they called obstruction on the pitcher because apparently he was in the runner's base path. That's the one I thought you were talking about. I can't remember what game that was at though.
If you get in the base path, then yeah, I mean that's
he was the runner was jogging down the line. There was at least 8 to 10 feet between them. Yeah, there was a lot of room, and they said they still called obstruction. He was making no effort to get to the base. It was unbelievable.
It doesn't matter if he's making effort as long as the ball is
close. He was on the grass. I can't really describe it better. He was on the grass when he picked it up, and I guess because the motion that his momentum that carried him into the baseline after he threw the ball, they called obstruction. And I was like, what? It was pretty stupid. It would have ended the inning, and it was dumb. I don't remember who it was against though.
Well, anyway, the one that Amanda's talking about, which happened with Andrew McCutchen and the Mets. And Francisco Lindor fielded a ground ball. And Andrew McCutchen, granted, he was running pretty close to the infield grass, right where the infield grass meets the dirt. He was running pretty darn close to it, but he kept that path the entire time. He didn't maneuver out to avoid being tagged. He kind of dipped his shoulder and kept running along the same path. And they called him out. He would have first.
I'm going to look it up. I didn't see that.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Don't you worry.
Phillies and Mets.
While you guys were talking, I pulled it up right here. Hold on.
That away. We got eyes everywhere, baby. We're checking it out. Yeah, watch. Okay, so he starts close. He's pretty close right there. But he doesn't change. He leans his shoulder.
A little bit, yeah. Just very, very little. Which is
Amanda said that one was against the Dodgers, Andrew, and that was bad too.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She said, I'm at war on Fortnite. Oh, no. Let's go. You played Fortnite? Let's go. We haven't played in a while. Played COD.
Yeah, COD sucks.
I don't even really play that much.
It's okay, Amanda. You do you. Kill the bad guys, right?
Dude, Fortnite, I was telling you, there was a time where I was spending every minute I wasn't doing something productive playing Fortnite.
Fortnite is against that's the the round robin against everybody else online, right?
It's a battle royale. Yeah, so it's last person standing.
Sorry, round robin battle royale. Insert generic baseball or game term here. Are you okay, sorry.
Amanda's probably a beast, huh? Cracking out some 90s over there on the old Fortnite map.
You guys are such Gen Z right now.
We're trying to get Asa to get a video game console, bro, or like a gaming computer or something, so he can play with us.
Okay, so some of the best of times is when I had a PlayStation 2. Like that was like I was like on cloud nine. Like me and my PlayStation 2, we were best friends. And then one of my like old friend slash neighbor was like, "Get an Xbox 360," and I was like, "Okay." And then I did, and then I hated my life afterwards, and I kind of fell out of playing video games ever since. LO, yeah, I just got a PlayStation, so I'm trying to get a solo dub.
Oh, tough, bro. Tough. You got a bunch of sweaty 9-year-olds in your lobby, bro. Be careful.
Can you chat with them while you're
No. So that's the one thing. Call of Duty, what's pretty cool about Call of Duty is they have like proximity chat. So like if I kill someone, like I get like 3 seconds after I kill them, and it gives me like what they're saying. So like sometimes you'll have guys like, "Oh god dang it, God," like screaming and yelling after you kill them or something. Or like what's even funnier is like when people die and lie to their teammates, like I'll rail someone, destroy them, and then the guy's like, "Oh, he's one shot. I'm sitting there with like 2.5 plates. I'm like, bro, you didn't even snag me. What are you doing right now? Like, what the heck?
Ace doesn't play Call of Duty, so plates is armor, the 2.5 plates that he's talking about, and you can have a maximum of 3.
I thought he was talking about.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I thought plates were maybe like extra ammunition, like your bullets on a plate. You could just put it into your gun and then you could shoot.
They might be plates, bro. The way they insert them, they like grab them and like stiff them in. So maybe like porcelain.
I call it mags.
Nice.
Yeah, those are good.
I mean, I used to play Call of Duty. It just, it was when they made, they only had like 5 games out, and I got like the 5th one. That was the first zombie, the first zombie game that came out. I don't remember the name of the Call of Duty game though.
I don't remember which one that one was.
Okay.
You were the dog when it came to video games, bro.
Also, I don't remember the name of it. Oh gosh, it's gonna kill me if I don't. But the internet. I was around for its birth, I guess, and just people getting computers and whatnot. But we used to have I don't know if you guys ever been to like an internet cafe or whatever they call them, but I used to go to this one like where they had a bunch of games on the computer, and you would just go online and just play whomever. I'm forgetting the online shooter game though. I'll probably remember later, but I used to go to like after school or on the weekend sometimes and play with some people there. But I sucked. I was terrible. Like even when I play like Call of Duty, I'll move very slow. Like I don't shoot at the ground. I'm not that terrible, but but I'm like as if it was real life. I'm like walking around the corners. I'm looking around. I'll try to check my blind spots.
No, we gotta go.
I'll turn back.
No, we gotta move. We're pushing everything. That's why we got a 1.0 KD over here, baby. We're pushing everything. Go right after it.
Oh, maybe I need a shot of UV cake vodka again to get myself going next time. Anyways,
that'll just help temper the anger of dying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, death
happens quite a lot.
Yeah, when you play with Johnny, it does.
I'm not the one dying.
So in Fortnite, if you get hurt, no one can revive you, right? Because you don't have teammates, right?
If you're in a solo, they have like duos, trios, and quads. And if you get down, you can get revived. You can get brought back up. If you get full killed, there's like a little card, and you have to get the card in 60 seconds, and then take it. I think it's 60 seconds, maybe it's like 90, and take it to a revive station and like sit there for like 20 seconds and revive your guy. In Call of Duty, you get money, so there's like buy stations. So you just run to the buy station, and if you have $4,500, you just press square for the buy station. Well, I use PlayStation controller, obviously, but hold square for the buy station. Click Andrew's name if he's dead, and then Andrew revives out of the sky. And that's how you get brought back in COD. Yeah, COD is way easier to come back in. COD is I really liked Fortnite, but COD is just really good. You can control a lot of the pace of play. The shooting mechanics are a lot better. But it also stinks in its own right because you can't see anything. You can't hear anything. I don't know if we just have bad headsets or something, but these are actually pretty good headsets. Thank you, Mike. Shout out, Mike. We were using little $20 ones before, a little whatever on Amazon. So Yeah, we can get Ace into Call of Duty here, bro. We'll start streaming on Twitch. So we're gonna start doing Ace when we play video games. That way you think we're being productive.
I used to be so cool. Here's how cool I was. I used to take my laptop to high school. I had a really old laptop, but I used to take it to high school, and I had Halo on my laptop. So I'd be in class sometimes playing Halo on my laptop, pretending to take notes. Pretty cool.
Hey, kept it under composure. It looked like you're taking notes while playing Halo. I'd probably be like,
yeah. Now, okay, all right. Well, I can do it. I'm game. I'm game.
Let's go, baby. You can get a PS4 right now, dude, on like Craigslist for like $100 right now, bro.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be spending my money into Disney then, because I'm about to buy you and I some mugs from the Disney store. Save $50. I should save like 40, $50 there and get a.
No, worth every penny. Your birthday's coming.
Right. I just started going back to work this week, so I was on my furlough for a long time. So hopefully I'll have some extra money here. I don't know if I'll have some extra time, but I'll have some extra money.
Oh, probably. We'll make time for Verdansk. We'll make time.
Okay, so let's just let's get into some baseball for a little bit, and then
Verdansk is the map, by the way, Ace.
Yeah, didn't know what that meant.
God, he doesn't play. You keep throwing out all these things. He doesn't. The 4 guys that play. You're just like, yeah, sure, I got you. Yeah, Verdansk, whatever that is.
Okay, yeah, totally. The Verdansk, whatever you just called it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So Ronald Acuna Jr. was the NL Player of the Month, and Byron Buxton was the AL Player of the Month. Just wanted to highlight these guys real quick. Acuna hit for 341. He had 8 home runs, 3 stolen bases, 18 RBI, 25 runs scored in 24 games. So pretty much good for a run each game. The stat that I pulled from online, he scored 20 runs in the Braves' first 15 games, which is the most in franchise history in that time span. And this is the most since Alex Rodriguez also had 20 in 15 games when he was a Yankee all the way back in 2007 when I was still in high school, senior year. He was Ronald Acuna is also the first to 10 home runs this season. So that he's raking. I can call them kids now. This kid is raking because I'm older than everybody now. Sorry to turn this into a video game stream. I mean,
no, that's what these are about, dude.
We did talk about getting a Twitch, and then maybe we could play some sports games on the Twitch, and
I'll knock it out the park with some FIFA, dude. I will. Oh yeah, FIFA.
But yeah,
average.
Ronald Acuna is probably he's on pace right now to definitely be MVP this year in the NL. Byron Buxton was batting .426, 8 home runs, 3 steals, 14 RBIs, 15 runs, 18 games. He set the Twins franchise record in March and April in batting average, slugging percentage, and on base percentage, which with like ridiculously high numbers. So in baseball right now, if you're if you have been just a casual fan, there have been like an extremely high amount of strikeouts this year. So for these guys to be able to still be hitting for really good average, when the rest of I think the MLB average right now is 233, which is not good. And there's so many strikeouts. The record's gonna be broken again this year for sure.
Bro, the highest team batting average right now is the Boston Red Sox at 261. That's the highest.
It sucks.
Nobody hits for contact anymore, bro. No one hits for average, except for Mike Trout. It seems he's hitting for both because he's just unbelievable. It's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, Mike Trout is the other guy in contention for AL MVP. So we'll see.
Where's Ryan, baby? We're gushing over the Angels today, man. You guys are still under 500 with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani balling. Holy Toledo. Well, no, they're not under 500, but they're still in third place in the division.
Do we think it's because of the change of balls? No and yes. I mean, I think anytime you have you mess with the game in some way, even if it's just the pitcher has to replace balls every so often during the game.
They are under 500. Sorry.
They
13 14.
because pitchers are raking these in those strikeouts. Yeah, they are. I think it's yes. I think it has something to do with that. I can't tell you. But this league has just deteriorated in terms of like batting average, and it's because it's like Jay had said in a couple of live streams ago. It's definitely the hardest thing in sports to do. Right? It's one of the hardest things in sports to do is to hit a baseball, depending on the speed coming at you. Unless you're watching position players go out there and throw like 46 to 60 miles per hour, then you probably have a shot. But when McCallahan, he's this new Tampa Bay's pitcher who pitched in the World Series against us last year. This kid throws 101 miles per hour, and he's a starting pitcher. Like it's nuts. Let me read some of these comments. The Dodgers bullpen is just straight doo doo. Yes,
it really is. Our starting pitching has been pretty much phenomenal all year so far. Well, normally, right? Bauer struggled a little bit here in the second game. Clayton got absolutely roped in the first game. It's all about the long game. Yep, it is. There's a reason why, like, playoff baseball comes around and small ball plays a huge factor, and the teams that actually halfway play small ball throughout the regular season are usually the ones that do well in the playoffs. It's not any type of surprise. Like, you can hit, like, okay, so if you're gonna hit for home runs, right? If you're gonna go that route and you're gonna increase your swing angle, you're gonna make sure that you're trying to get under the ball and get some air under it, so that way you hit a lot of home runs. You're doing that in terms of volume, right? Because over 162 games, you're gonna see this many pitches, you're gonna have this many at bats, so it just makes more sense from a volume standpoint to hit that way and to go to the plate with that approach. But when you're in the postseason and every run counts, and you need to get a runner over, and you got you got a runner on first, you got one out, and the last thing you need to do is push the ball to the right side, and you push the ball to the right side because you're trying to hit a home run, you're late on a fastball, and you're screwed in the postseason. So you have to hit small ball. You have to make sure you don't hit to that side of the field. These are like baseball mechanics and things like, like savvy players around the game do in order to win ball games. That over 162 games, right, the volume washes them out to where people say, oh, it's not important. But when you're in a 7-game series and you need to win 4 games, and again, every win, every game, every strike, every at-bat counts that much more, you start to see those things come into rear its head. And when you don't do those things in the regular season, you're not as adept to do them in the postseason.
So, yeah, no, I get you. I mean, the Dodgers started 13-3. They're on a little bit of a slide, like 4-10 or something like that in their last 14 or so.
They got like 10 players on the IL though. It's kind of crazy. The injury bug has just completely decimated them. Yeah, even like, Cody Bellinger's still not even back, and he was projected to be out for 10 days, and that was a month and a half ago.
Yeah, for sure. Injuries around the league has just been confusing to keep up with. In like today's 2 games that the Dodgers played, they got completely destroyed 7-1 in the first game. I mean, Kershaw couldn't get an out to save his life. It is what it is. Longest or the shortest outing in his career. Everybody has those days. It's a surprise that he hasn't had one yet, and he's been in the league for 9 years now.
The Dodgers are going to be tested early, bro. Like, they're already being tested with all these injuries. Like, we talked about it when we first did our first baseball buzz and we started talking about the opening of the baseball season. We toted their starting pitching and the depth of it, right? With Gonsolin coming off when you have David Price, Gonsolin, all of these guys not in your starting rotation, you better be balling. Julio Urias is pitching his arse off, and he's the number 4 starter in the rotation right now. Mm-hmm. But with these injuries, like Dustin May is having Tommy John, bro. Like, that's it, done, right? And then Tony Gonsolin, like when you look at their injuries right now, just over the last week or so, Gratterall from our reliever is on the 10-day DL. Dustin May on the 10-day DL. It's going to be longer than that. David Price on the 10-day DL. Tony Gonsolin, 10-day DL. Corey Knebel, 10-day DL. Cody Bellinger is back on the 10-day DL. That was the 27th. Joe Kelly, 10-day DL. McKinstry, our second baseman, 10-day DL. Tommy Cannell, 60-day IL. He's out. I mean, it's a lot of bodies to see hit the injury list this early.
Knebel is probably going to be out for a couple months. That also included Gavin Lux, who just came off of it. And
did I say DL? Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to say DL. IL.
IL. Yeah.
No. My bad.
There we go.
They they changed up their vernacular.
We don't want to use those. Yeah, we don't want to use that
Yeah.
new name or the old name. IO.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Clayton did have a rough outing, as you mentioned, Ace. I just had a cool stat I wanted to share about him because he's we're all in consensus here that he's like probably the greatest pitcher maybe of this generation, at least of the last two decades. He struggled today, but in his last outing, by the way, I think a little bit. I don't know how much it had to do with routine. Like they were supposed to play yesterday, he was going to pitch last night. He ended up pitching in the morning. Not to say that it threw him off, but he just didn't have command of the strike zone at all from the get-go. So, but anyway, last week in his last outing, he went 7+ innings while allowing no runs for the 55th time in his career. That's the third most in the wild card era, and he's only behind Randy Johnson and Tim Hudson by 2. So he very well may break that record. Basically, I just wanted to mention that. I mean, I know he had a bad outing, and people like to jump on Kershaw right away. But I mean, the Dodgers, for all Dodgers starting pitchers, like you mentioned, Julio Urias, he's been pitching very well. Walker Buehler's been pitching, basically all of them. It sucks that us Mays out, but we just can't get runs on the board right now. We're not hitting the ball.
Kershaw has been, in terms of wins above replacement, he is number 1 in all-time Dodger history over every other pitcher. We're talking about Sandy Koufax. We're talking about everybody. We're talking about Venezuela. We're talking about Don Drysdale. We're talking about Jackie Robinson. Kershaw is number 1. Pee Wee Reese. There's a lot of Dodger greats out there. Brooklyn greats too. So yeah, Kershaw is underappreciated now, but in time he'll age like fine wine. Hashtag legend. Yeah, he is the GOAT. I don't know if that's a GOAT. I tried.
We're good.
The Dodgers,
I'm not around many goats, but sure.
the Dodgers, I was checking the score. It's 1-1 going into the 8th inning. I saw Kenley pitching, and I was like, it's the 7th inning. What's he doing? But I keep forgetting that the doubleheaders are 7 innings each. So he came in to pitch the final inning, and then they're going into extra innings, which is just the 8th inning. So we'll see how that turns out.
Ace, don't sugarcoat it. We thought we were looking at the scoreboard. We thought we'd see another run with Kenley Jansen going up there. We knew it. It's okay.
Okay. Hold on.
That's what I think. That's what I think sometimes when he's coming in, man. Holy Toledo!
I have been
the bullpen.
Everybody in my family has been anti Kenley since for a couple of years because he has had some bad fails, but this season I'm cool. I'm sending the good vibes to Kenley all day, every day. I forgave him when we won the World Series last year. So far he hasn't done anything bad this year. I think he had one outing where he just did whatever. But yeah, I'm cool with Kenley. I know he's not who he used to be, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I think Kenley Jansen deserves as much criticism as Dodger fans give him. Because guess what? He's been around. I mean, he's avoided a major injury. He's been in the rotation, the depth of the rotation for the last 6 years. So it's hard. It's hard to do that. It's hard to do that not only through the 162 game season, but the Dodgers keep making the playoffs because they keep winning their division, and nobody's taking that the pennant from them lately, and so it's tough. And you have to get lucky too. You can't just be a good pitcher. You also have to have a good pitching staff and good coaching staff and good people around you. And he has so much negativity around him that I think that got into his head. And baseball players, it's all about not being distracted and kind of sticking to your routines. And if he's getting so much backlash every time he goes out there, then I'm sure the best of us would probably flop a little too. So yeah, I'm with you, Kenley. So sorry for I'm not saying you two, but sorry for the general public's disdain for you. We won a World Series title. I mean, I
got a little disdain. It's okay. Yeah, I got a little disdain. I like my clothes to have a little more control.
We had a few shots. I got it. I mean, we faced cheaters one year, right? And the Boston Red Sox should have beat them. I mean, it sucks. We didn't beat them, but we should have. Kershaw also failed during that time too, right? Our greatest pitcher of the Dodgers history failed. So I mean, Kenley Jansen is no better than him, right? And some of that's on Dave Roberts too. We can discuss that at a until we die, but as it stands, we have won a title, and can't say that about several other teams out there. And not only that, but the franchise has just been like absolutely like killing it the last this whole last decade, right? We've every year in contention. The McCourts, ever since the McCourts left, and they kept their parking lot, so whatever. But ever since they left, the Dodger fans have been spoiled by how many times we've been in the playoffs, and it sucks because you play 162 games, and then we get bounced in the first round by the Nationals or the Braves, I think, a couple of times. So that shit sucks. But yeah, we finally did it, right? And we gotta stay positive.
Yeah. That's all that matters. Our boys got a ring.
I'm greedy. Get a few more, bro.
Okay, whatever.
Get a few more.
Okay, let me lay this out for everybody at home. Jay and Andrew are Dodgers fans. They won the title last year. Lakers fans, they won the title last year. Kansas City Chiefs fans, they won the Super Bowl last year. and they want more. Damn.
More wins. I like to win things.
Oh yeah, the All-Star game. Yeah, I know. It was supposed to be here this year, right? And then I think everything got pushed back a year. And then it's going to be in Colorado this year because Atlanta moved it. Or
no, this year it's supposed to be in Atlanta, right? Or was it supposed to be in LA and then went to Atlanta and then they moved it?
Yeah.
I think that's right.
I thought it was supposed to be this year because I remember telling my sister I was going to take her this year.
Right.
But yeah, that'll be cool. Like, we still need to go to Dodger Stadium, but I heard it looks dope. Amanda, obviously, you had a chance to go.
JT just hit a solo home run. We are up 3-1.
Oh, well,
yeah, Edwin Rios scored.
Edwin Rios scored. Yep.
He was the runner on second.
Edwin Rios. Yeah.
Nice.
He scored on a pass ball, and JT just hit a yak.
Nice. Let me pull this up here. So I mean, we're looking at these records, right? And Boston is the 1 seed here. The Yankees are in 4th place. What's interesting about the Yankees, though, is you look and they have a plus 14 run differential. So what does that mean, right? It means that they've outscored their opponents, and it probably means they're getting a little unlucky, right? So there is probably some correction that will be made as the season goes on. I think the Red Sox have plus 20, the Toronto Blue Jays plus 22, right? So I know again, Boston's not running away from it, but the Yankees started off the season with I think they were like
piss poor,
6 or 7 wins under 500. So
they were atrocious.
They pulled off some wins here, but the AL East is going to definitely be competitive. Toronto's dealt with some injuries. The Yankees, Luke Voigt has been out, so yeah, the Stanton and Judge haven't like gone off yet, so they probably will get some more home runs as the season goes on too. Going here in the AL Central, everybody's patting the Kansas City Royals on the back here. They're doing okay. They're not running away with it yet. I mean, the Chicago White Sox, I think, were everybody's favorite in that division this year. So it's tight, 1 game difference. But look at the run differential, right? Kansas City's -5, Chicago White Sox plus 28. So if we got to look at that, and that is not necessarily like the indicator always, but it does help to look at that, and as time goes on, right? 162 games, 162 points that you get to see the season and comment on it. So that should tighten up a little bit there. Minnesota has a pretty decent pitching staff, but I could see them potentially vying for being a little closer as the season goes. But Cleveland and Detroit probably bringing up the rear there. The Oakland Athletics with their 14 game winning streak. propelled themselves to first place again. But look at -5 run differential, and Houston, who's at 15-13 right now, is +32. So it just puts it into context here. And Mike Trout's Angels, right, under 500, -20 run differential. Their pitching staff sucks. They should try to go get Max Scherzer as soon as possible. Amanda giving us the update as well. Go Dodgers. I still do like the Athletics. I do think they have a good shot to beat Houston. Houston, unfortunately, will make it very interesting as the season goes on, though. But yeah, and then Washington here, the Washington Nationals.
This was supposed to be the best division in baseball.
I mean, they're 2.5 games apart from each other. The Marlins +4 run differential, so they're getting a little unlucky. They got Pablo Lopez out there, who's been pitching excellent so far this season. The Atlanta Braves, right, got Ronald Acuna Jr., Freddie Freeman, got some dogs out there that can smash the ball at any given notice. The Mets have been super unlucky with injuries. The Phillies, I know Harper's like day-to-day right now, but I think I don't think they've had like a big injury bug. And then Washington is just kind of quietly at 500, and that's good enough to be a half game. And again, it's still close, but Washington and the Mets haven't played as many games as these other guys too. So if Washington and the New York Mets, play their series like they were supposed to earlier in the season, it most likely propels Philadelphia and Atlanta up a little bit because, given each team getting a couple more losses added to that bunch. The NL Central here, Milwaukee, St. Louis, Cincinnati, the Cubs, and Pirates. Without Yelich, the Brewers have been pretty competitive.
No Yelich.
Yeah.
Jack Flaherty, shout out Jack Flaherty. He's leading the league in wins, baby. From San Fernando Valley, baby. Jack Flaherty.
Nice. The Reds are still in it. I mean, Jesse Winker, their leadoff guy right now, the outfielder, has just been like crushing it. He's been like carrying that offense quite a bit. They did lose Trevor Bauer, right? So like they do have an obvious like disadvantage going into this season. And then the Cardinals, Molina's on the injured list right now, and Wainwright got COVID, so like their two old dogs are a little bit bitten right now. But I mean, on a 5-game winning streak, definitely winning some games there. But let's be honest, these 5 teams are kind of boring. I'm just being honest here.
Milwaukee's a lot less boring when Christian Yelich is healthy. Plus, they have Corbin Burns over there in Milwaukee, so that's one storyline to keep following. But Yelich got to come back.
Corbin Burns, I think he's at 49 strikeouts, 0 walks this season.
Sheesh.
Crazy. The Giants are leading the division right now. I don't think this takes into account the Dodgers win they'll get today or the loss. So, but yeah,
this is the best division in baseball, bro.
The Giants are +33. The Dodgers are +39. So the Giants actually have been scoring some runs. They do have some old players on the team, so it's good that
Buster Posey Renaissance season basically. He's balling this year.
However, like when you look at that team though, if you saw them last year in the 60-game slate, they were cutting some like veterans off the team because they were like, we want to try to make the playoffs. So they were like, you're not producing, you got to go. So we'll see how like if they have that same approach this season. I don't think so, but they definitely have that competitive mindset. And then the Dodgers, obviously, even with their slide, have still are in
balling.
The Rockies, I feel bad for. They have some solid starting pitching, which is counterintuitive in a sense because they play in Coors Field, but I do like some of their pitchers. John Gray is nice. And I'm forgetting his name. Moving on. And the Diamondbacks are whatevs. The Diamondbacks have some good prospects that they're playing right now. They have this Darsho, I think his name is. He's this center. He's this catcher outfield combo guy that I hope they give him some time. They have Pavin Smith, who's like a first baseman outfielder that's been hitting for them. But yeah, again, they're playing against the Dodgers and the Padres, so this is a tough division for sure.
Heck yeah, it is. If you look at the Padres, I mean the Padres. I don't want to be slanderous because we're Dodger fans, but I think me and Andrew are gonna gush over Tatis real quick. Andrew, you got a few things on Tatis, don't you?
Yeah, Tatis is just kind of. I don't even know. I don't know where he came from.
Unicorn.
I mean,
unicorn.
He's absolutely a unicorn of the MLB right now. Yeah, let me find it real quick. I'm sorry. So they were tied going into tonight, but I think they just lost to the Giants. So I think that's why they're down. They're back at that 17, back in that third spot right now. But he's the first player in MLB history to record 40 plus home runs and 30 or more stolen bases in his first 162 games played, which equates to a full season. It's just he's just been ridiculous. The other day he hit a home run without even trying to hit a home run. Looked like a foul ball, and it's just a shortstop freaking popping the ball to deep right field corner, and it's getting over the fence. It's just, how does he have that much power? How is he able to go oppo like that? He's absolutely unbelievable. You could argue he's the best player in baseball already. And I know we talked about Mike Trout, but and Tatis has his issues, but
it's Mike Trout. Ace. Yeah. Yep. Ace. Yep.
I think Mike Trout was the youngest to get to 300 home runs and 200 stolen bases. I wonder if Tatis is going to break that record that Trout has.
I got some record breakers for you for Tatis. So in his first 162 games, this goes out to shout out to Paul Hembectis at Paul Hembo on Twitter. I believe Paul Hembo. I think he's from ESPN. Stat guy. So in his first 162 games, everyone that Tatis is ahead of that I'm going to give you right now is the all-time leader in their category that I'm going to give. So in runs, Ricky Henderson is the all-time leader in first 162 games at 97. Tatis has 130. In RBIs, it's Hank Aaron. He had 94. Tatis has 109. Pete Rose leads the all-time hits category in 162 games. Fernando Tatis has 185. Home runs, Barry Bonds is the leader with 22 in his first 162 games. Tatis has 46. And for total bases, Hank Aaron is also leading that in his first 162 games with 305. Tatis has 366. He is doing unprecedented, ridiculous things that make absolutely no sense at this point.
You had me at Ricky Henderson, the man of steel. He was that man on the base paths was cool to watch. I mean, yes, he is obviously good. Okay, whatever. So,
I hate to say it. He plays for the Padres. I hate to say it and be so
that's wrong. Yeah, you pronounce ridiculous. So it's weird.
Okay, I don't know if I'm the only one that's worried about the Padres though, because, okay, I said the stat last week or 2 weeks ago, but the Padres have accounted for like 20% of the last how many ever people that have gotten Tommy John surgery. Again, I know it's pitchers relative to hitters, but they just invested in Machado and Tatis Jr. So I would hope that their medical staff was also upgraded a little bit too, because if you they're going to be competitive for the next 10, 12, 14 years with those guys on their team. So
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And right now they're stacked on pitchers, and it's a pitchers league, so they have a potential to keep that up, but does that mean each year they have to go and sign or build up their farm system within? They have this guy Mackenzie Gore. He's in their farm system. That's supposed to be really good. That's kind of itching to get a shot, but they keep wanting to roll out Ryan Weathers, who pitched against us, and he did pretty well, but has I think he got a little hurt the other day, but he was day to day. And then I think Chris Paddock, one of their other pitchers, I don't know if I think he returned, and then he's again injured. So they might be bringing up one of their farm guys to the league soon. And I think today, Major League, or maybe it's tomorrow, Minor League Baseball is kicking off. So we'll get some extra buzz around the league as the minor league gets going here. So, okay, we're almost there. Let me just talk about Mr. Mike Trout real quick, and then we can wrap it up from there. Hold on.
Yeah, did you read the Jeff Passan article, Asa?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's where I got a lot of this from. Dude, I mean, he's really smart. Jeff Passan. I mean, everyone knows Jeff Passan, but great article.
Yeah. So I got some. Okay, so real quick, if he wins AL MVP this year, that'll be the fourth time he's done it. No one in the AL has ever done that. He's batting 410 this year. His OPS, which is like his batting average plus like home run potential, is 1.306, which is higher than it's ever been for him. He's had 7 home runs this year. So far in the first month of play, he attributed for 2 wins above replacement. So if you play out the whole season, he's probably good for like 12 to 14 wins above replacement. So far this season, he's top 10% in all players in average exit velocity, hard hit balls, barrel percentage, and expected batting average and slugging percentage. So this guy is just raking, and he's been more not necessarily disciplined, but he's just been more aggressive at the plate. This year, he's swinging at first pitches way higher than he's ever done. So he's just coming out there and he's just trying to hit the ball, and he not giving a hell, and he's been hitting it hard too.
Yeah.
The only thing is we kind of talked about it these last couple of shows. It's just this guy is so good, right? And you wouldn't. And I mentioned this the other day, right? I mentioned if he was walking by you, would you even be able to tell who this guy was? Do you know this is Mike Trout, guys? Like, because he's apparently a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
But I wouldn't know that was Mike Trout. Like, I'm sorry, but he doesn't want to be a legend. He doesn't want to be like famous or whatever.
That's Zach Ertz's friend, right?
Yeah, he's Zach Ertz's friend. Yeah.
But like, dude, like you're so freaking good, man, and you're gonna go down and like the greats of baseball. Like he's probably gonna like, from what it sounds like though, he's gonna be maybe known more like Willie McCovey or I don't know, like Pee Wee Reese, like I said, from the Dodgers. Someone who is fantastic, but isn't getting like the attention and that they deserve. And
I think
you think so? Yeah, you think so? I think he's like a top 10 player, dude.
Of all time?
I mean, he's getting there. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Depends. I mean, it depends on when he finishes. Yeah, I mean,
if he does anything like what he's doing, he's going to be a top 10 player of all time.
He's got to win a World Series to at least be a consideration.
There's 30 other people that play on this team. There's 30 other people.
I understand. I wonder if maybe he needs to like really consider moving off from the Angels especially if they're not successful this year, which they're not up to the greatest of starts. Maybe he needs to move off and do kind of like, A-Rod spent most of his time. He started with the Mariners, moved to the Rangers, and then, eventually made that jump after all those years of dominance to the Yankees. Maybe he needs something like that. Not necessarily to the Yankees, just another change of scenery to kind of, I don't know, get to a team that just better fits him, or just get to a team where he can win. Just playing.
He's signed for like 30 years. I don't know. Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
He signed.
I mean, trades happen. Trades happen. Albert Pujols got traded with 2 years left on his St. Louis Cardinals contract, and then signed another 10-year deal once that ran out. So it could happen,
Yeah, but by that, I mean, yeah, no. Trout's on contract till he's like 37, 38.
The Angels should just move their franchise to Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Angels. Of Anaheim, and
that's a good question that Amanda just asked, and I think it's Albert Pujols.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Albert Pujols won 2 World Series. He led the league in home runs like 4 times. He led the league in RBIs a ton of times. Yeah,
Mike Trout has 3 MVPs.
Okay, let me look at Albert Pujols.
Mike Trout has 3 MVPs already. He's working to his 4th.
Andrew's stat guy's about to tell him how many MVPs Pujols had.
Yeah, no. And I mean, if you look at what he's been able to do. So in 2016, heading into 2017,
Albert Pujols led the MLB in home runs and won Rookie of the Year his rookie season. He's won 2 World Series. He's a 10-time All-Star and has also won 3 MVPs, just like Mike Trout.
Yeah, Mike Trout's not done, though. Mike Trout can very well win 3 more.
Albert Pujols is like already top 10 in home runs in MLB history, probably top 6. I think he's hit like 670 home runs.
I don't know if 667. And who's a better fielder? How much better is Mike Trout as a fielder than Albert Pujols?
I mean,
quite a bit.
What were you gonna say, Ace?
So okay, I personally think it's very close, and I don't know who I would go with. I'm not gonna pick one, whatever. But in their first 1,000 games, Pujols had a 330 batting average. Mike Trout had 308. Pujols had 789 runs. Trout had 754. Pujols had 1,235 hits. Trout had 1,126. Pujols had 266 home runs. Trout had 224 home runs. And then their slugging percentage and on base percentage was Pujols had 1.040 and Mike Trout had 0.989. So in like the prime of their careers, Pujols was technically better. Technically, it's different when you like look at it rationally.
Mike Trout's in his prime still. That's what I'm trying to say. He's still in his prime.
It's true. You're right. Trout is still in his prime. So I don't know if this is one that goes down in like based off of stats alone, though. I think I would give the slight edge now to Pujols just because he has a ring, and then maybe when Trout's career is close to the edge, we'll kind of look at to see, and we can talk about it there. But they're in different parts of their life, so
and their organizations are entirely different. The Cardinals are one of the best run organizations in all of MLB. The Angels, you can argue, are Ryan, one of the worst. I mean, they don't do a good job of drafting. Their farm system is subpar. They don't make trades. Like, I mean, they have Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout.
I think I'll take Pujols, and the reason I'll end it is by saying Pujols is he had 10 straight seasons to start his career with at least 30 home runs and at least 100 RBIs. That's nice. So I'll take Pujols in his prime. I love Mike Trout. But Albert Pujols is like right now. If we're doing it, Albert Pujols is a more Hall of Fame worthy and a better baseball player in the history of the sport than Mike Trout is. Mike Trout has to win some rings, and the MVPs are cool, but he's not making the playoffs. You never see him in the playoffs, and there's a reason why I refer to him as Zach Ertz's best friend. Just being honest.
Amanda,
you should refer to him as the best player in baseball.
I do refer to him when I'm on stream here, yeah. But people like Ace said, like people on the street aren't going to know who he is.
And to be fair, like Andrew said, Mookie Betts was earlier in our AJA Sports career. Andrew said that Mookie Betts was the best player in baseball after he made that diving catch to win us that game. And why does he say that? He says that too because he also won a ring. So even though Mookie's
got two, technically.
He played for two of the greatest run organizations in baseball. It's funny how that seems to happen, isn't it? I mean,
how are you? I mean, you can't really. I like the Red Sox have had recency success, but aside from that, they went 90 years without winning a title. So I don't know.
They're still, Tony.
I'm just saying.
Really
I'm just saying.
Good.
In the 2000s, they've been good, but in the 2000s, since 2004, 07, 2011,
that's the baseball
2018.
You start getting like the 60s.
That's the baseball. And guess what? That's the baseball that Albert Pujols and his plucky little St. Louis Cardinals team twice led his St. Louis Cardinals small organization against the big dog Boston Red Sox in 2006 and 2011 and won a World Series, leading that team.
Lucky little Cardinals. Plucky, who were on those teams?
Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina, and Adam Wainwright.
Matt Carpenter, Adam Wainwright.
Matt Carpenter wasn't on those teams.
Where was Matt Carpenter then?
Matt Carpenter didn't come into the league until 2012, 2013.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of Mike Trout slander.
I'm not slandering him. I think he's a phenomenal baseball player. He's probably the most talented. Him and Mookie Betts are quite possibly the most two talented baseball players. Like in terms of now Fernando Tatis actually too. In terms of what they could do on the field, hitting the ball, and like how they can change a game that we've ever seen. But one of them has two rings and more national and obviously like obvious success, and the other one doesn't. It's just is what it is. Sorry. It's just the truth. Mike Trout's won 3 MVPs, and in those MVP seasons, he didn't make the playoffs. So I don't know what to tell you.
It wasn't him not making the playoffs. It's not basketball, dude. It's not basketball where like one player can dominate the ball and can just will their team to the playoffs like Kobe when he risked his Achilles to do so. Okay,
I understand that.
It's not baseball.
I
all he can do is stand in center field and field the balls that come to him and go to the plate and hit home runs when he goes up to the plate to hit the home run. He can't tell the other guys to do the stuff that I do so we can win ball games. He didn't tell the Angels to get him an awful pitching staff.
If you use like that for him, you got to use it for other people too. Like I'm just being honest.
No one is Mike Trout, Andrew. What are you talking about?
I get it, but again, like Pujols' prime was just better, dude. And if you don't think it was, you're wrong. Honestly, you're wrong.
I don't know if Pujols' prime is better because Mike Trout is still in his prime.
10 straight seasons of 30 home runs and 100 RBIs to start his career, Johnny. 10 seasons to start his career. That's what Albert Pujols did and won 2 World Series in that time. I'm just being honest. It's Albert Pujols. It is. Until Mike Trout does otherwise. Let's just say I'll give you this. If Mike Trout passes Pujols in the statistical lines just based on absolute talent, I'll give it to Mike Trout. I'll give the nod to Mike Trout. But right now it is Albert Pujols. It's not close. It's Albert Pujols. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
You know that Mike Trout is 29 and going to play for another 10 years.
That's great. Albert Pujols is 41 and has 667 home runs. Maybe Mike Trout can catch him one day. I'm just being honest. It's Albert Pujols.
So the other day when we were
Mike Trout has 309. He's got 309 right now at 29 years old.
Okay.
The other
That's
day
That's pretty close.
The other day we were driving home while we were listening to the NFL draft. You guys made a bet for I think the first 5 years of their career. What was it? Elijah Moore versus Terrace Marshall?
Oh, versus Tooney.
Versus Tooney. Okay, so I think you guys should do a lifetime bet here.
By all means, right now. I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now.
Trout.
Right now.
I don't think Mike Trout catches him.
Okay, I do. I do. Catches him in what? Wait, catches him in what? Catches him in what? Home runs?
Legacy?
I don't think it. Well, so for their careers, his batting average is better for his career.
Yeah, Mike Trout's is, right?
Yeah, I mean, Pujols is batting 298. Trout's batting 306. That's not drastic.
Okay, that's not. It's not. But I'll take what I can get.
Pujols has 3,200 hits. He's got 667 home runs. Like I said, he has 2,100 RBIs. Mike Trout has 814 RBIs right now and 1,400 hits.
How many does Pujols have?
In which category?
RBIs and hits.
RBIs 814 and 1,400 for Mike Trout. Pujols.
I'm talking about Pujols.
Pujols has 3,200 and 2,100 RBIs.
Amanda is funny, guys. Like. I interpreted this as Kermit the Frog sipping the tea. Am I right there?
That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah. Love it. If only we could send emojis back to you. I'm sorry, our streaming platform hasn't enabled emojis yet. But I would have done the two eyes with the lips in the middle of the eyes as a response to these two going at it. Love it.
And okay, so Mike Trout didn't play a lot his rookie year, and last year was a shortened season. Just FYI. I mean, not that it's like a huge deal, but they played 60 games last year.
Andrew, tell him it was also a shortened season for Pujols too.
I mean, yeah, he just
when he's 30, when he's 40. I mean, Mike Trout's in the prime of his career last year.
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Okay, you guys are wild. Okay. Folks at home, every time before we go on, I text these guys. I'm like, we're going to have a nice, easy, light show today. That's what I told these two, because we've had a busy week and, all the fun, fantastic things that we've been doing with our lives.
I tried.
And then one of us says something, and then the other one, they just, to the moon! I mean, you guys are the best. But
that's it, man.
But
I got this vein sticking out of my forehead. I'm getting so freaking going right now.
I want you guys to know one thing. Amanda's like, I'm sorry I brought it up. Yeah, totally. It's okay.
Thank you for bringing it up because you're gonna win me some money or something, Amanda. When Mike Trout passes Albert Pujols.
Real quick before I move on and we end the show, loser buys the steak dinner, right? And then I get invited anyways.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You're always
100%.
in. But it doesn't have to be steak, just fancy. Blue Bayou.
We
I want a
can
Disney ticket too.
we can invite Amanda, and then she could just be there snickering at you two old men arguing over young baseball players when you guys are in your early 40s.
Just for reference, Mike Trout has only had 2 seasons where he has hit more than 30 home runs and 100 RBIs. 2 in his 11 seasons so far. Just letting you know.
I can't even end the show. Okay, everybody, we're gonna take 5, and then we'll be back to talking about Mike Trout versus Pujols for the next 2 hours. No, I'm just
Albert Pujols. Get out of here, Johnny.
Okay, we'll see what happens. You got 10 years left. You got 10 years left. You got play in the MLB. We'll see what happens. Who's the better defender? Who's got the better war? Look at the advances this thing. You caveman just worried about home runs.
All right, folks. Let me try to. I'm gonna mute these guys here. It's Ace here, and we're doing some fantastic ASMR, in which I just try to get these guys to calm down. And let me take you to your happy place. Let Ace take you to your happy place. I'm gonna show you guys a clip real quick, and this is how I plan to end the show, anyways. But it's especially more important right now because these two are nearly about to chop each other's heads off over a game of baseball. So, of 2 players that, historically speaking, they weren't fans of. But we'll let them hash this out over dinner in 12 years once Mike Trout ends his contract with the Los Angeles Angels of Las Vegas. And let me take your attention to this clip where I thought it was hilarious, not just for the fact that it's a clip of my Dodgers, but it's also a clip of the Cubs. It's actually a clip from today. So this clip will send us out into a nice, peaceful evening. The alcohol is slowly wearing off here, and we're gonna rest well, knowing that at the end of the day, we have these moments to share amongst each other. But to speak on this video specifically here, Keibert Ruiz, the catcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, was just recalled today to play in the first game of the doubleheader against the Chicago Cubs. We only scored 1 run today, and it was because of Keibert's bat. This is deja vu, actually deja blue, if you are a fan of his and the Dodgers. But he also hit a home run in his first at-bat last season when the Dodgers called him up. So let's play this tape real quick and watch the funny interaction that happened after the home run was hit, and then we'll go home and be calm and relaxed. Here we go. I hope you guys enjoy.
Continue to make a good impression. And gone!
Oh, hell no.
We got a Peloton ad.
Welcome back to the... Continue to make a good impression. And gone! Welcome back to the... He hit a home run on his first pitch as a big leaguer this year. A shutout.
He's gonna have the coolest stories to tell his grandchildren.
Son throws the ball back.
Did you see that though? Okay, let me pull away from this because I'm a loud guy. The little kid in the crowd right there. His dad's teaching him young. That was cute. This show is getting weird. Sorry guys. Thank you two specifically for sticking with us here because we're crazy. We're crazy and we know it. I thought that clip was cool. Not only that Keibert Ruiz hit two home runs in his first at bat of 2 seasons, because they technically call it his major league debut again, even though he has played before. But I thought that was super cute to watch the little kid throw the ball back. And he's doing his Chicago Cubs fans proud. I hope you guys enjoyed that clip. We hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end. Hopefully these guys don't pop a vein as they argue behind the scenes here. But
it's going to get crazy right now.
We'll be back on Friday with court sessions, and so we hope to see you guys there. We hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I'm going to check this comment real quick, and it's Amanda, have a good one, guys.
I hope the Dodgers win. Bullpen's is about 2 runs again, so we'll go see what happens.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We hope you have a good night, and see you guys on Friday. Bye.